Habit 2 is beginning with the end in mind. So what does beginning with the end in mind mean? It means to start each day, task, or project with a vision of your desired direction and your destination.
The first example in beginning with the end in mind is before taking a test, set a grade that you would like to achieve. Now with this, you would have a standard for yourself and ultimately push yourself to reach that standard. Now the second example is before starting the school year, think of the kind of student that you would like to be. Not only that, but think about the grades and the GPA that you would like to maintain. And the last example is set goals. Now not only setting goals, but think about the end result of that goal. With this, you will push yourself and strive to do your best to reach that goal.
Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. It is important to begin each day or project with a view of how your outcome will appear. 3 ways I begin with the end in mind are setting goals that I wish to accomplish, researching career paths, and doing well in school now.
One real-life example of people who begin with the end in mind are surgeons. They go into surgery knowing what the end result is going to be like, or else I think we can both agree that could be pretty disastrous. Another example of people who begin with the end in mind are Sketches students. Now, since we are early college students, we are guided and we are encouraged to have a solid foundation as to what we want to do after high school.
Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. What does sharpen the saw mean? Sharpen the saw means preserve and enhance your greatest assets. It means to have a balanced program for self-renewal in the 4 key areas of life: the body, the brain, the heart, and the soul. The illustration that you're looking at is of a person crossing a tightrope. That tightrope, however, has been moved. This has caused the person to fall out of balance. This relates to Habit 7 in the same way. If you let one of your key areas of life fall out of balance, whether it be physical, social, mental, or spiritual, then they will all fall out of balance. They rely on one another to keep perfectly balanced and keep you going in everyday life.
One example in sharpening the saw is taking some time away from yourself. Now, if you find yourself having a hard time figuring out what you need to do, then taking some time away and clearing your head might be your best option. And a second example in sharpening the saw is finding an area in your life that you need to work on. Now, no one is perfect, and we all have different aspects in our life that we need to work on, so focusing on those areas that you need to work on can be really beneficial for you in your overall health. Now, my third example is take some time and work on all of the 7 habits. Now, all of the 7 habits help us in our everyday life. So working on these may be better for us to become a more focused and more proactive person.
Habit 7 is sharpen the saw. It is important to better yourself in all aspects. 3 ways I sharpen my saw are getting proper rest, eating well, and praying daily.
One real-life example of people who sharpen the saw could be one who attends the gym, and that would be considered as physical. Now, another example could be one who attends a therapist or a counselor, and that would be considered as mental or emotional.